Good afternoon, ladies and freaking gentlemen. Welcome to America. Let's get a round of applause for that. Thank you very much. Welcome to America, where Nancy Pelosi is having a live on-air stroke because someone dared to ask her why she's beating the Wall Street at her own game. With insider trading and a bottle of the nicest Sauvignon Blanc, maybe a box wine or two, Josh Hawley introducing the Nancy Pelosi Act. Praise God for that. Yes, the irony is real. It just passed a committee. It's happening, folks. And her face melted down faster than the popsicle in hell. Meanwhile, in Danville, Virginia, a city councilman was literally set on fire by a man who walked into his office and soaked him in gasoline and lit the match. What? Because that's where we are right now. Politicians are either lighting up Wall Street or getting Yankee candled in their office. I'm not totally sure. We don't have that much information on what actually happened. It seems like a personal matter, but you never know in today's world. A young Republican as well, of course. And over in Cincinnati, an elected official is thanking a violent black mob for attacking white tourists. Literally, it literally happened. A sitting councilwoman thanks the mob for attacking these people. Oh, because they deserved it. That's equity now. And Donald Trump is casually mentioning Jeffrey Epstein victims in a press conference interview today. We're going to get into that. Every time he talks about Epstein, I'm like, you should stop, man. Also, Trump is teaming up with Google and OpenAI to launch a digital health ecosystem because nothing says privacy like allowing big tech. And a guy that once said, I don't know her age, but she looks good to me. Yeah, I'm ready to just put in all my health information to OpenAI. In fact, if we're already teaming up with OpenAI now, might as well just start putting in all your health information in the ChatGPT along with your social security number, because AI is our overlords and they do love us, and they do love us well. And yes, Sweeney is officially still a Nazi because she wore jeans to American Eagle, and there are more women that are making cringe video content, and I'm excited about that. And maybe some of these women actually have a point. Uh-oh. This isn't just a news show. This is a survival's guide to the deranged circus we're all trapped inside. I'm Derek O'Shea. Let's dive into another Pilates Let's dive into the freaking news. Okay, guys, welcome to the show.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go lick the world.
Trust the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke?
Suck on this, Biden.
Would we all of our folks stepping on them? That's black.
I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They're for ammunition.
I may be a white boy, but I'm not sure.
Woo! Money. What's up, guys? Let me give you some context to this Nancy Pelosi Act that I'm very excited about. I think you should be excited about as well. Some big stuff is coming down the pipe with this Nancy Pelosi Act. The legislation that was just introduced by Senator Josh Hawley is a direct response to what many Americans see as a long-standing conflict between Washington and lawmakers, and especially people like Nancy Pelosi's spouse, who enjoys trading hammers, but also, and that's not funny. Don't you make a hammer joke about Nancy Pelosi's husband. That's not funny. It's not funny. Especially you, Rob Mack. I'm sick of your crap. But this law is to push spouses of people like Nancy Pelosi's husband from trading stocks. I don't know, whispering. Maybe we should just talk about their whole families as well. This bill proposes a clear boundary that members of Congress and their spouses would be prohibited from buying, selling, holding individual stocks while in office. Instead, they'll be limited to mutual funds, ETFs, and U.S. Treasury bonds. Investment options don't carry the same potential as insider trading advantage does. You can't just do those quick trades anymore, Nancy. Sorry. We're going to hear from her. She's going to call into the show, and she's going to give me a piece of her mind on this. Current lawmakers would be given 180 days to divest or place their investment into a blind trust. So the minute they are elected, or if they're already in office, they have 180 days to place their investments in a blind trust. Sorry, welcome to the rest of us that have 401ks that we don't even look into. Any profits from trades in violation of the act would be forfeited to the U.S. Treasury. So Nancy Pelosi can keep doing her thing, but that money is going straight to daddy. Fines could reach up to 10% per transaction. Fantastic. The bill being named after Nancy Pelosi is amazing. It's amazing. And the fact that this bill is also bipartisan is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. I just love it. I mean, this isn't about individual trades. This is like about public perception and the growing sense that those in power play by a different set of rules. Because they do. I mean, these people have insider scoops like nobody else. If I'm a part of a company and I'm a part of and I have insider information, I'm not allowed to make stock trading. I can't whisper to my friends, hey, I work at Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese is about to go down. Buy as many puts as you can. If passed, the Nancy Pelosi Act would mark one of the most significant steps in recent history towards restoring some freaking integrity for once in Congress. Whether or not it makes the president's desk or whether the president signs it remains unclear and to be seen. But the message is loud and clear. We're ready for some sort of accountability. And Nancy Pelosi was just pressed on this accountability live on CNN. You love to see this sort of thing.
Yeah, it was. Let me just read what he said. I'm sorry that we had some sort of technical issue. Nancy Pelosi became rich.
Why do you have to read that? We're here to...
Why are you reading that? Why are you reading that? Nancy doesn't look totally hammered. She's totally hammered right here. Nancy loves a dirty martini and Raul loves a dirty Sanchez. El Senor Sanchez, I presume. Her legacy is anti-corruption trading. Epic. I know. I loved it. Why are you even reading this? Why are you even reading this?
Yeah, it was. Let me just read what he said. I'm sorry that we had some sort of technical issue. Nancy Pelosi became rich.
Why do you have to read that? We're here to talk about the 60th anniversary of Medicaid. That's what I agreed to come to talk about.
Yeah, but I wanted
what that means in the election.
I wanted to give you a chance just to respond. He accused you of insider trading. What's your response to that?
That's ridiculous. In fact...
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Even though I'm better than Warren Buffett. This woman, who is always at least 2,000 to 3,000 drinks in every single moment she's alive, is better than Warren Buffett. Shut up. The guy we know that is known for making good stock trading advice that most people follow.
What's your response to that?
That's ridiculous. In fact, I very much support the trading of members of Congress. Not that I think anybody's doing anything wrong if they...
Yeah, I support it, I think. I support it. Now that I've made my millions and millions of dollars, it's time to pull out.
I'm going to come.
They are prosecuted and they go to jail. But because of the confidence it instills in the American people, don't worry about this.
I knew Nancy was going to call right then and there. Hello? Derek, what's up, man? Nancy, you sound a little schwasty already. Hey, man, I'm off the clock, okay? What, do you not like to get a little shwasty after work? No? I don't really drink anymore. Oh, what do we have here? A straight edge Okay. You know what? I'm just so sick of people like you that are just pushing me and making me angry. Oh, so what? Mama likes to drink a little Costco finest Kirkland brand wine and do a little stock trading at night. Who doesn't? And maybe I do have secret information that I could be giving out. Nancy, just post your trades on X, and I think people would be cool with it. If we can all be on insider trading, we would embrace you. I just want to know. I want to be like you when I grow up. I want to live in a district where I don't even have to campaign and people just vote for me because I'm a Democrat. I'm not going to vote for Republican so I guess I'll just keep voting for Nancy Pelosi. It's the best. By the way, check out my beach pic. I just posted another one. I don't want to look at that, man. I don't want to look at that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you do. Oh yeah, you do. No, I honestly, I don't want to see that ever again in the public sphere. I don't think anybody does. It's like a meme. It's like a joke. Oh yeah, right. You know what they call me in Congress? The Sweeney of the Democrats. Okay, that's freaking that's she gets all mad and he talks about insider trading.
It was. Let me just read what he said. I'm sorry that we had some sort of technical issue. Nancy Pelosi became rich.
Why do you have to read that? We're here to talk about the 60th anniversary.
How was the concert? Did you see TV on the radios in a couple weeks? I'm going to see TV on the radio with LCD sound systems. Yeah. Little LCD sound system with TV on the radio. Turn back the music on. Okay. You're never too old for a funeral prison. You're never too old for federal prison. I read that, funeral prison. I'll never forget when Josh Hawley just went perfect, railed on this bill too as well.
Say that we have an opportunity here today to do something that the public has wanted us to do for decades, and that is to ban members of Congress from profiting on information that, frankly, only members of Congress have in the buying and selling of stock.
99 cents for the dancing and jokes.
Thank you so much, K-Bean. I love you. Everybody put a W in the chat for K-Bean. Thank you so much for that $20 super G's. Thank you so much, KB, and freaking love you. Freaking Josh Hawley.
Shares of stock, individual stock, while they are
Thank you so
members
much.
of this body. And they are absolutely correct.
Put a W in the chat.
And the reason is, you can see it, there was just another ethics referral in the House last week. We've seen the former Speaker of the House make millions of dollars in profits. We've seen members of both parties, I'm sad to say, be investigated for their stock trades. And the reason for all of this is that, quite frankly, members of this body are privy to information that the normal person just is not. Now,
exactly.
Is that insider trading? It is not under the law.
Speaking of insider trading, can we have an insider? Holy crap, look at that mustache. For chat. All right, let's get into another serious story, and then we're just going to have fun. I wanted to get the serious stories out of the way, and then we're just going to have some fun. Your glasses are blue, like literal blue. Your glasses are blue. It's the blue blockers in my glasses. It just puts a blue sheer on him. It just, I don't know if I like the blue blocker version that I actually got in this one. All right, we have a new update for Cincinnati, guys. We have a freaking new update when it comes to Cincinnati. I hope you guys are liking. I'm researching and writing a little bit, some additional information, doing a little journalistic work. I hope you guys are excited about that. Putting a little bit more effort. E for effort, D for effort. Okay. Let's talk about Cincinnati. There's a new development with Cincinnati. Imagine you're walking down during a music festival, a family food truck, food trucks, live R&B, live jazz, and suddenly you're being stomped into the pavement for having the wrong color. That's not hyperbole. That's not a metaphor. That's a video that was passed around this past weekend where we saw like 3 white people just getting shellacked by a bunch of black people in Cincinnati. Knocking out a woman completely cold. A white man dragged into the middle of the street, punched, while the others shouted, "He should have been outside." As if, the public sidewalks have race quotas. And what's the people's response? Do they condemn the violence? Do they deploy to the police? Do they even arrest these cowards? One just got put on bail for a $400 bail. No, actually, the police chief is lecturing you on social media how you should be responding to the incident. Of course, because nothing says like I'm taking my job seriously than going after people on social media for their reaction to the videos. What are you talking about, woman?
Another topic I want to cover real quick.
Yeah, talk to us, Queen.
Social media and journalism.
Yeah, I'm talking to
and
you.
And the role it plays in this incident.
Say it with the chest.
Yes, guys, that's you.
That's you.
That is you.
That is you. God, I feel like I'm being transported as like a 13-year-old boy. I'm scared for my life. I'm with my teachers in homeroom. Derek, if you don't stop talking so much and interrupting me or pestering or annoying the people around you or making people laugh, I'm going to kick you out of this class and you get lunch attention with me. And I'm like, don't threaten me with a good time. That's the police chief, yeah.
Social media, the post that we've seen, does not depict the entire incident.
Yeah, those videos that you watched of black people beating up white people doesn't depict the entire incident. Yeah, we know. God. But another reminder, whatever happened doesn't deserve for you to be beaten up by 5 people at the same time, dragged in the middle of the street and being knocked unconscious. Even if this one of them slapped one of them, if 20 people jump on you, the force is disproportional. It's ridiculous. You can't control your own emotions and your own body language. You have to just go nuts on somebody.
That is one version of what occurred.
That's one version. That's one version. Even if it is a version, that's not the total version. And yeah, I'm still a version. Yeah, I'm in my 50s and I'm still a version.
At times, social media and mainstream media and their commentaries are a misrepresentation of the circumstances surrounding any given event.
Yes.
What that does, that causes us some difficulties in thoroughly investigating the activity.
Yeah, she's getting some difficulties. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me just say something, okay? What you saw on social media isn't the full representation of what actually happened. And I'm sick of these people that are going around showing this video. This is a wonderful event, and you guys are ruining it for all of us black people. The response is uncanny. It only shows one portion of it. Okay? And I'm going to lecture you as long as I want. Take it away again. Show 'em, Queen.
Another topic I want to cover real quick.
Yeah.
Social media and journalism.
And that's
and
you.
And the role it plays in this incident.
That's you.
And yes, guys, that's
you.
Social media,
yes,
the post that we've seen,
yes,
does not depict the entire incident.
No, it doesn't.
That is one version of what occurred.
Yeah, one version. All we needed to do is sacrifice one virgin. Version. Shh.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Okay. Okay. And to make matters even worse, okay, which just kind of confirms the kind of sentiment. People have been wondering, is this like a racist thing? What's going on at Cincinnati? And I have some more information when it comes to Cincinnati in this jazz festival, that there is some racial ties tied to this festival, which is very interesting to see. But a town councilwoman in Cincinnati, Miss Victoria Parks, Miss Victoria Parks, a sitting council member since 2022. Isn't that fantastic? Miss Victoria Parks, she puts on social media, they begged for that beatdown. I'm grateful for the whole story. What? They begged for that beatdown? Then somebody puts underneath Dee Dee McQueen. Is that a real name? Yo, that's Dee Dee McQueen. Victoria Parks, are you on city council and you make a statement like this? The woman who, like, people are sharing this. And of course, this woman did accidentally get rid of her social media after that happened. Because nothing says, like, I'm not guilty by anything. Great. Just great. Hold on one second. I think she's calling in. Hello? Man, those white they deserve it. Coming up in our festival thinking they can come on and enjoy our music. No, thank you. And yeah, my town council women. And yeah, white liberal women voted for me. Because they need to pay for the white racism that are passed down from their family from generation upon generation. Okay. You should be fired from your job, is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, you gonna come over here and fire me, black boy? Oh, because I'm ginger, you're calling me that? Really? That's unbelievable. She looks like Gary Coleman? Man, what you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Hey, man. Hey, man. Those white people shouldn't have been there. For real. Okay. Okay. So I've been asking myself, is there any racial ties tied to this jazz festival? Or is it just like a community event that everyone is excited about? Or is this whole festival kind of a festival that's pushing this whole idea that it's a black only thing? And they want their people that attend the festival to support only black businesses. And is there any kind of history about not supporting white businesses? And come to find out, doing a little bit of research, actually, the Cincinnati city and some of these residents will purposely not even show up to white-owned businesses during this weekend. And then they'll be mad at businesses that close down for the weekend. And there have been reports about this festival in Cincinnati saying it's actually horrible to attend because it gets too flavorful. Mike Cernovich said that a lot of servers and stuff call off for the weekend because they don't get enough money for tips. That's racist. So let's get a little, this is from 6 years ago. Okay, this is from 6 years ago.
In Cincinnati, and supporters of Tracy Hunter are hoping to capitalize on that.
They say they'll be spreading the word about her case during the Cincinnati music.
And who's Tracy Hunter? A woman that was put in bars by a white judge.
Festival and encouraging fans to shop at businesses owned by African Americans.
Derek, I heard gingers were officially recognized as African American. Congrats, thank you. I've been telling you guys, I'm step black and I'm also ginger. I'm like double black. I'm like a double blind.
And Jeanette Levy is live on Fountain Square now, where some festivities are already underway. And
send in the white woman.
Jeanette, good evening.
Good evening, Kyle. You know, it seems like it's going to be a really fun time down here.
Yeah,
We've got a lot of music, a lot of vendors are already here. This music festival pumps.
A lot of fun things. This music festival pumps.
millions upon millions of dollars into the local economy. Tracy Hunter's supporters say they want to spread the word about her case. They say they will not stop advocating for her, and this weekend is just the start.
Yeah.
101.5 The Buzz of
101.5 The Buzz. Hunter supporters urge support of black-owned businesses.
Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you on a Friday morning.
Tracy Hunter's topic number one on Lincoln Ware's radio show on day 5 of her jail sentence. This morning's guest, Judge Norbert Nadel, who sentenced Hunter in 2014.
Do you regret sentencing her to 6 months in jail for paper crime?
No, I don't.
But listeners on The Buzz disagree. Many
Karen.
supporters of Tracy Hunter. They protested outside the Justice Center last night, calling on people who attend the music festival this weekend to patronize African American businesses only.
What was that?
Businesses only. To patronize African American businesses only.
Oh.
Ware believes it could ramp up after the festival.
I think they're going to start earmarking places to boycott. I think that's probably coming next. And
Yeah, that's right.
you don't want to see that happen here in Cincinnati or Hamilton County, but
it's happening.
They've made this happen.
Tens of thousands will come to Cincinnati for this weekend's festival, including a large number of African Americans. Tracy Hunter's supporters see this as an opportunity to send a message.
What is it?
And community members have decided that they are going to request individuals coming in for this festival to be very careful where they spend their money.
You need to be very careful. I'm talking to you. You need to be very careful where you spending your money when you come to this festival. Don't just spend it willy-nilly.
Bishop Bobby Hilton wants...
Oh, while you're wearing a white shirt? That's our color. Where's Jesse Lee Peterson when you need him? Oh my God. Oh, I love Jesse Lee Peterson so much. That's like on my bucket list of guys to actually meet in person. And do you like, he would be like, and he would ask this man, and do you like white people? No, I only support black businesses. And do you know you're racist?
Wants festival goers to be careful where they spend their money.
Not only was Judge Hunter sentenced, this entire county has been sentenced.
Hilton's also taking issue with people thinking Hunter fell on purpose the other day in the courtroom. He said she's frail from a back injury years ago, which required a metal rod be placed in her back, and she lost her balance.
When she was knocked off balance, she kept falling. She kept falling.
Join the dance floor, baby, as we get you.
Now, earlier today, I reached out to Sheriff Jim Neal's office.
Wabba-dibby, wabba-dibby, don't you play the wobble. That's for freaking weddings only.
I'm told that he did his regular jail rounds that he's required to do by state law today, and he spoke with inmates and everything is fine. I asked whether or not there was any discussion with Tracy Hunter about possibly working as a minister in the jail. She could get some jail credit for that, 3 days for every 1 day she works. And I was told that there would be...
Okay, so you get the gist. This city is absolutely cooked. This city is absolutely cooked. And the FBI will get involved with this. I mean, and they're asking for it at this point. They're freaking asking for it. I mean, it just goes to also what's going on with LA. I don't know if you've seen that new update with LA, but the people that were protesting ICE and then physically assaulting ICE, they are getting away with it in LA. You know, Democrats love lawlessness. And like, you can tell by this woman's voice, like she is more mad at the fact that this video got out on social media because now she has to address the stigma, or she has to address it as such, because it's not a good look. You can't just make this story go away. It's not like, you know, with the black on black crime in Chicago every weekend when nobody talks about. You can't just hope that this story doesn't like show up somewhere. More of these videos are being posted online, and because of online and outrage and everyone being mad at each other, it's only going to continue to get shared. It's ridiculous. Do something about it, okay? Don't just freak out on social media. How dare you freak out? That woman is the best, though. Make sure the Schlitz and malt liquor... Make sure the Schlitz and malt liquor came from the black cellar. Dude, have you ever had malt liquor? When I was like, I think when I was like 20, 19 and 20, I used to drink malt liquor as a joke, and that stuff is disgusting. Like, I don't even know why I drink it. I would drink like a Colt 45. A Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all I need. My ancestors fought against slavery, but never mind. Yeah, exactly. Kamala, have you had slaveholders in your ancestry? No hard path. No, dude, Kamala Harris. We have a little update on Kamala Harris. I'll probably get to that tomorrow. I'm very sad about this new statement by Kamala Harris. We will all bend the knee like Rama Jama just said. But we have another huge update. They running out of Hennessy. Oh, Lord. Love me a 40 of Mickey's every now and then. Dude. Oh, man, those big 40s. Those things are disgusting, dude. I don't know. I don't even drink alcohol really anymore, ever. Like, I'll rarely have a beer, or I'll have like some bourbon every once in a while, or some tequila. But like, I can't imagine drinking a Colt 45 anymore. Like, I'm too old for that. Oh, you children drinking that Colt 45 in my face? Absolutely not. Okay, we have some Epstein update information. Dude, Donald Trump, man. Every time... It's just like, anytime Donald Trump takes questions from the press right now, he's going to get a question about Epstein every single time. And here's what Donald Trump said about Epstein just not too long ago. Check this out.
On the Epstein files, or your name has not appeared in the Epstein files. But doesn't the AG have to tell you if your name...
Well, I haven't been overly interested in it. You know, it's a hoax that's been built up way beyond proportion. I can say this, those files were run by the worst scum on earth. Oh. They were run by Comey. Oh. They were run by Garland. Oh. They were run by Biden and all of the people that actually ran the government, including the auto pen. Those files were run for 4 years by those people. If they had anything, I assume they would have released it. Oh. The whole thing is a hoax. Yeah. They ran the files. Okay. I was running against somebody that ran the files. Yeah. If they had something, they would have released. Now, they can easily put something in the files that's a phony. Like, as an example. Like what? Christopher Steele, a person you know well, happens to be from your country. Oh. But Christopher Steele, as an example, wrote a book, a dossier. We call it the fake news dossier. Okay. And the whole thing was a fake. The whole thing was a fake. Oh. They can put things in the file that are fake. Oh, like what? Those files were run by bad, sick people. Okay. If they had anything, why didn't they use it when I was killing Joe and then he gave out because he was 20? I thought he was literally talking about killing Joe. Mr. President, are we still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? 5 points down. And then I gave... K-Bean says, it's so weird. I almost think Trump is trolling the left to get them to want the Epstein files released. I just like... the whole Epstein file thing is so confusing. Got somebody new. Nobody even knew anything about it. She was a horrible vice president. She was a border czar, but she never went to the border. She never once called a border patrol agent to find out how we're done. But she was the border czar. Her name was Kamala. No. I feel like Donald Trump is kind of setting this up because I think he is trying to tell you that he believes the Joe Biden administration put his name in the files. I think that's like this whole thing. And whether you think he actually did that, or he's a part of this whole thing, or like he was a part of the whole Epstein thing, or like Joe Biden put his name in the files, like I don't know what to think about. Something happened. And I think that's like, I'm starting to feel like his name is in the files, whether he put it in or he was a part of it. I have no freaking idea. You would think that if his name was actually in the files, Biden would have released it to make him look bad during the election. That makes the most sense. So if Joe Biden put his name in the files, is that a way to like blackmail him to not release the file? Like, it's just like, every time I hear something about Epstein with Trump, I'm like,
I'm either being gaslit or it's not making sense and the messaging is so bad. Here's another question that he took today on an airplane talking about Jeffrey Epstein taking one of his women that worked from him at Mar-a-Lago.
Mr. President, Epstein has a certain reputation, obviously. Just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, or some of them...
Somebody just said, curious, did some of the workers that were taken from you taken by Epstein?
Were some of them young women?
Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad. But that story's been pretty well out there. And the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they
were.
Yeah.
What did they do?
In the spa.
He took a woman from the spa.
Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world.
You cannot take the salesman away from Trump. Epstein took one of my girls, but I have the greatest spa. You're like, wait, what?
Mar-a-Lago, and people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told him, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine, and then not too long after that, he did it again, and I said, out of here.
Mr. President,
Taking two women?
One of those stolen...
Everything about the Epstein is so, Derek, you get it? I'm trying to put together the pieces, okay? Either Joe Biden put his name in the files, or he's been a part of the files, and they're all part of it, and they're all terrible human beings. Like it's one or the other. It can't be like I don't know. I don't know what to think. It's such a mess. It's such a mess that I feel like we're never gonna know. We'll never know. We'll freaking never know, dude. Like it's just one of these things. Just chalk it up to being a conspiracy theory for the rest of our lives. Obviously, there are people implicated, like Bill Clinton. We know for a fact, but everything else is like I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea what's happening. What do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think? Do you think Donald Trump was part of the whole Epstein thing along with Bill Clinton? They were all friends. They all did it together. Or do you think that Joe Biden put his name in the files? Or do you think that maybe the CIA or the FBI destroyed everything and there's nothing to even see there, and Donald Trump kind of made it to be a big deal, like with Pam Bondi with those stupid binders and all that crap, and now they're like regretting saying all this stuff and they don't know how they're messing up the messaging? Like, I'm trying to be fair here. Like, I am not beholden to any party. I'm not going to just lie because I feel like, oh, it makes my guy look bad. Like, I'm trying to be as honest and fair as possible. Blackmail is happening. It feels like blackmail by the gaslighting and the lies and the just dancing around and weird trickle down economically information being given to us constantly. Nothing about this stuff makes sense. And I love all these like influencers out here that are all, I'm telling you, so many influencers are bipolar. All these bipolar influencers that are telling you this is the 100% true. We don't know. None of us know. We don't know, dude. Everything about it is so weird. Even the Dan Bongino and Cash Patel, like, yeah, he definitely did offed himself in the jail cell. And then also, I don't know if you've seen the new information that came out with Epstein. Remember when Pam Bondi was like talking about how it's totally normal for security footage that was definitely tampered with and put in Adobe Premiere, and then maybe not have been maybe not edited or anything like that, tampered, but it was definitely exported out of Adobe Premiere, that long security footage. Well, there's new news that came out that said that the FBI actually has the missing minute now. We were told that was just Pam Bondi said it was a normal thing for those cameras back then. So we're being lied to. Just like, I don't know what to believe. It's making me feel like crazy about it. It's like, all my liberal friends who know that I'm right leaning. They're like, Derek, what do you think about Trump and Epstein? I'm like, dude,
I have no idea. And they're like, oh, I think he's definitely on the files. I'm like, yeah, probably. But how did he get on there? I don't know. I'm like, wouldn't you think that if he was part of this whole ring thing that the Biden would have dropped this? And they're like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So we're all like at a stalemate right now. The genuine people are at a stalemate. I genuinely don't think Trump is complicit, says K Bean. I think both sides are effed. They're all looking at each other as maybe they're all part of it. I think that if Trump really went to the perpetrators, he would have indict several former POTUS. Yeah. Ludwig says, I think Trump was no Clinton as far as air miles, but I think he's been ordered to back off this story. And that's another thing. Maybe he was just been ordered by Mossad or some other agency. I don't know. Maybe our own. There are reports that Kash Patel found FBI burn bags in the Crossfire hurricane. I did see that. Interested to see what actually comes from that. We need to fire more of these agents. There needs to be a mass firing from Dan Bongino and Kash Patel of some of these agencies instead of like elevating people that shouldn't be elevated. Hide your kid, hide your wife. They're grabbing everybody out here. Exactly. Okay. And I'm not done with Epstein either. Okay. There's this woman going around on CNN and MSNBC saying that she had an experience with Trump and Epstein. And these interviews are freaking weird. Watch this is the first one and we'll get to the second one. This woman right here, watch her eyes.
It took 3 decades to be able to even be heard about this because the government has not held any of the people I reported accountable. And so basically the night before I went in, before I began working for Epstein, he called me at very late in the evening and asked me to come up to the Helmsley Palace offices.
Why is she bald?
And I didn't even have money for a subway token. It's kind of embarrassing. So I had to go running up.
Okay. A little lesson. When people are lying, they tend to add additional details that are completely irrelevant. But so do women do that sometimes. Sometimes as men, we're like, get to the freaking point. I don't need to know about your subway token. But I also know when people are lying, they're like, in order to make their story seem more believable, they'll add more information that has nothing to do with the story. So you're like, oh, really? You didn't have a subway token?
And asked me to come up to the Helmsley Palace offices. And I didn't even have money for a subway token. It's kind of embarrassing. So I had to go running up there. And so I told Epstein, I'll be up there. It'll probably take me until like 9. He's like, okay. So I get there and I'm waiting. It's dark. Like there's no light on in the offices. And I thought that was really weird. So I'm seated against the wall in the main part of the offices.
Yeah.
And just waiting for Epstein. And he says, I'll be out in a minute, and he's got the door closed. And
keep in mind, guys. Keep in mind, I want you to know something about this story as you're listening to it. She was 25 when this happened. So keep that in mind. She was 25. Okay? But CNN is running with the story. She was 25.
And then a few minutes later, this man walks in a business suit, kind of tall, imposing. And I immediately was like, that's Donald Trump.
Whoa.
What's he doing here?
Weird.
I'm supposed to be working for Epstein and interviewing with him.
Weird.
Why is Donald Trump here?
Yeah.
And he walked up about, a few feet from me and just stood over me in a very imposing way and looked at me like he was in on some secret or something. It was.
He looked over you like he was in on some secret or something? Okay. What? How do you know that? He was standing on top of me and looking at me like he was in on some secret. Like it was his birthday and it was like a surprise party or something. Caitlin Kristen says, I believe it. Yeah, me too. As I stand before you, I know that I'm in on some secret. So non-consensual? Yeah, no, it's totally consensual.
For me, and just stood over me in a very imposing way and looked at me like he was in on some secret or something. It was really weird, like smirking, kind of. And I felt threatened, so I made an ugly face. And when
we have to go back to that. Shut up, dude. No, you. He stood over. Believe all women. You're right. I apologize. I'm gonna come. Oh, this is an Epstein accuser that has contacted the FBI about Trump and Epstein incident. So she is coming out saying she's going to talk about Epstein. It's just an accuser. This Donald Trump stood over her and she made this ugly face. Donald Trump stood above me and looked down at my eyes, and I just started to go, shut up, dude. She's grotesque. I believe her. She's too legit. She is too legit to quit. And now that she's too legit, she must quit. I can't believe that's a real statement. I love that Marie Farmer's like, yes, that makes sense. Is Eugene Carroll producing this segment? Probably. Say something cool about the grape word. Say that all women like grape. They all have great fantasies. Say something about that. Remember when she said that on CNN? I was like, okay, you're nuts.
it was really weird, like smirking, kind of. And I felt threatened, so I made an...
Okay, I just can't stop. I can't stop pausing it. Let's get a slow motion on this. Let's get a slow motion.
Thing. It was really weird, like...
Yeah.
Smirking.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, tell us.
And I felt threatened, so I made an ugly face.
Okay.
And when I made that ugly face, Epstein walked out from the offices on this side.
Why is everything so much better in slow motion? I like that she's like, Epstein walked out of the offices and then she like shows herself on from this side to that side. What? We're not picturing the room.
Out from the offices on this side.
On this side. Yeah. Keep adding more details. They're insignificant. It'll help me believe you.
Trump standing here, I'm here. And he walks out of his office and he goes, oh, no, no, no. He was laughing at me. And he goes, she's not here for you. Follow me. Right?
So Trump didn't, Epstein said to Trump that this woman's not for you. Okay. So Trump had nothing to do with it? Trump had nothing to do with this? I'm stunned at CNN's ratings for this. Yeah, me too. Me too. This is a partial half memory that she's trying to blend. Yeah, probably. It's like a fever dream at this point. It's like, I just remember standing and Donald Trump was looking down at me. They're literally resulting to half schizos. Yeah, butterface. Man, that's a butterface. I kind of miss the slow motion Kamala days. Me too.
The offices on this side, Trump standing here, I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
And he walks out of his office and he goes, oh, no, no, no. He was laughing at me.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, she's not here for you.
Oh, okay.
Follow me.
Oh.
Right? And he escorts him in to this other room.
That room.
And I always wondered, who was she in there? Was someone in there, right?
Oh.
And I have no way of knowing. Nothing.
Right.
But I felt very...
Yeah, you have no idea if he was going into a room with another woman, but maybe add some vague language to make listeners believe that that could be the case.
My ugly face. If Donald Trump ever stands above me, I'm going to go, you remember that face? You remember that victim that you weren't victimizing at all that just happened to be in the same room with you at 25 years old? She's a victim. She's a victim.
Very intimidated because I had on running shorts and I was vulnerable, sweaty, just a nobody. And
you had running shorts and you were sweaty? Ooh. Sick. I had running shorts and I was all sweaty and like glistening and I gave him my ugly face. And Epstein and Trump was like still standing over me. And Epstein was like, that one's not for you. Sounds nuts. I was around rich people once. At least she's not being gross like the lady who claimed Trump was in her dressing room. Yeah, E. Jean Carroll. Yeah.
in an office with these two men, that it felt very predatory and uncomfortable. I have to say that when
it felt very predatory and uncomfortable. Why did you go? You walked there. You probably wanted it. Just saying. If you're 25 and you're doing this, it's like being a groupie of like a band you like because you want to get with one of the singers. It's like, you know what you're getting into. It's not gonna be like this like romantic experience where the guitarist sweeps you off your feet and you guys have like a deep conversation and you share a bowl of spaghetti together and you all look at each other like it's Paris, France, and you're like, oh my God, I love you. You love me. Let's stay together. You know what you're walking into.
I made that ugly face, he backed off. It wasn't like he was aggressive after that.
Okay.
But
so Trump was really nice about it.
He made a really vulgar comment following.
What did he say?
And I don't know if it was like...
oh, so you don't even remember what he said, but it was definitely a vulgar comment. Keep going.
Like locker room talk in the 90s.
You know what I'm saying? Locker room talk in the 90s. Remember that old Trump quote? Grab her by the... You know what I'm going to say. Old locker room talk. What is this locker room talk? I played sports my whole life. We sort of talked in the locker room, but we didn't talk in the locker room only. It's like an old like 40s or 50s thing that men got together and only talked in the locker room. It's like men having a beer. They only talk if they have a beer in their hands, but in the 50s and 60s, men only talked in the locker room. If you talk to a man on the streets in the 50s and 60s, they'd be like, hey, save that for the locker room. Hey, we don't have conversations on the street. That's for the locker room. She hired a Karen. She really needed the $50. Who goes to the office meeting in running shorts? Yeah, exactly. All sweaty in running shorts. Grab her by the Punjabi. Rob.
The way men were.
You know, men in the, you know how men are in the 90s? Those 90s men in their locker rooms. Holy crap, dude. Holy crap. Most men in locker rooms are trying not to look at each other.
It was like, like locker room talk in the 90s.
Yeah.
The way men were. But
the way men were.
He made a joke to Epstein. Oh, yeah. I thought she was 16. And I thought that was so strange because at the time my sister was 15.
Yeah, probably because Trump knew Epstein liked him young, like he said before. And when he found out she was 25, he was like, oh, good for you, Epstein. Like, what are we talking about right now? Also, did you see the eyes when she said that?
And I thought that was so...
Let's get a zoom in on those eyes.
Locker room talk in the 90s, the way men were. But he made a joke to Epstein. Oh, I thought she was 16. And I thought that was...
I thought that was so
strange because at the time my sister was 15 actually.
What does your sister have to do with this story? I don't know. You're just going to add it.
And I didn't think it was funny.
90s locker room was like the HR department back then. Yeah, exactly.
Even though it was just a little bit inappropriate, but
she wasn't even hired for sex.
I thought I don't know what it was, but anyway, and then they entered that room.
Look, I love this. I love this too, because you can tell Miss CNN over here is like, I am getting lied to, and I'm getting a big nothing burger, and this is ruining my entire reporting career. I'm officially done for. I'm putting my 2 weeks in today. I'm going to quit, start my podcast. Even though I made fun of podcasters as not real news sources my whole life, I'm going to start my podcast, and if you could support my Substack today, that'd be great. This is like the best interview ever. God, I want to interview her. I want to hear this story one more time, just to see if things change.
So Epstein says she's not for you, and then when did Trump make the comment about your age? Again, you were 25 at the time, right? So I mean, you were a 25-year-old woman.
Yeah, I was. But I was a woman.
After Epstein?
I was 20. I was a woman. Okay, why are we talking about this story then? So Trump could have potentially had consensual relations with you at 25. Okay? Why are we talking about this story? I don't know, but it's spicy.
Epstein said that comment, that he made the comment about age, or?
Yeah. So he was basically Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes. So he first said, no, she's not here for you.
Oh, okay.
Which immediately made me feel weird. Like, was there someone there, right? In that other room? And
yeah, even though I didn't go into the other room and confirm this, but I'm just making up stuff.
And so that's another reason I was nervous. And so as soon as
Your Honor, that's conjecture.
he said that, laughed, I made the face, all that stuff, they started to walk away into that other room where he's escorting him. He goes, come with me. And he takes Trump into this other room in the offices at 9 o'clock at night. And there's no one else in, that I know of in these offices, but was someone in that room. So I always wondered what that was about. And anyway, that comment was made under his breath as they were entering that room.
So just a little recap. She was running in shorts and a t-shirt, sweaty, was contacted by Epstein to come hang out with him. She goes to a room. Donald Trump happens to be there with Epstein. Donald Trump comes in the room, stands over her, looks at her. She gives him an ugly face. Then Epstein says, she's not for you. And then they both walk away from her, leaving her in the room, into another room. And that's where the story ends? What? That's how it ends? My God. Impeach Donald Trump right now. Oh my God. Get rid of Donald Trump. Put him in prison forever. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of him getting away with this. I'm sick of him getting away with this kind of shenanigans. He literally stood over her and gave her an imposing feeling. I'm sick of it. Ugh. He was probably fat too. It's so stupid. I'm so thankful for CNN and their idiocracy that they give us. 25 is already a washed up middle age. Yeah. She's such a grifter, 100%. That story was the biggest grifting story I've ever seen in my life. But it's very serial. It's a very serial story, and you need to pay attention. This is not something to make jokes about, right-wingers. It's not something to make LOLs about. Okay? It's not a funny story, but it's funny for us to talk about. This one time, I love that I read that, K-Bean, in the same voice. This one time at Epstein camp, I was there, and there were these guys, and then we all took our flutes. There aren't any logs that show Trump went to the island, but believe all women. Yes. I mean, this is not even an island story. This is a New York story, I think.
Imposing feeling. It's a real feeling. Okay. Clearly, they are all conspiring to steal the election 20 years later. They were both drinking White Russians. Yeah, exactly. They were drinking Caucasians. Shame. I think the DOJ can literally release the documents, any documents they want and tell any story they want. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Why would has the government ever lied to us about things that they've done? No. No. I love the establishment. I believe them. I believe all establishment women. Dude, I love some White Russians. I'll drink those. A little vodka, a little Kahlua, a little bit of coffee, and some cream. Whenever I go on cruise boats, that's my drink. I'll sneak in some vodka. Don't tell anyone. And then I'll make like a poor man's White Russian on a cruise where I'll get vodka, then I'll get cream, and then I get a little coffee, and then maybe put a little sugar in it, and boom, White Russian. It's actually a white ginger Russian. We call it Tenant Media. We call it the Tim Pool Special. That's a Tim Pool taking Russian money joke. Not funny. It's not funny. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to go make some dinner. I've been smoking a whole chicken all day long. I'm ready to go num-nums on that bad boy. Big Lebowski type-ish. Yeah, 100%. Has anyone noticed that the hoo-ha is... Has anyone noticed that hoo-ha is in Arkansas and it looks like Discount Clinton? Oh, this hoo-ha? This does look like a Clinton, doesn't it? That is... It's Bill Clinton's illegitimate son. Daughter. Transition son. There's an adult beverage. There's an adult beverage here, dude. Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks, guys, for showing up. I'm sorry I was a little late today. Man, work has been kicking my... Work's been a lot. Tomorrow we'll be back to normal schedule. Tomorrow's live stream in the morning is going to be a lot longer. I have a lot of videos to go through. So if you want to come and hang out, I'm going to come. If you want to come, I'm going to come and hang. I'm going to come. If you want to come and hang out, let's hang out tomorrow morning. Let's have a good time. Sabrina Carpenter looks like a young Hillary. That is kind of true. Have a great night, guys. If you don't mind dropping a like on this video and putting a comment below, it helps out the algorithms. I'd greatly appreciate. Have a wonderful day. Hope this show was fun, informative, and overall just a good time. But tomorrow morning it's going to be a great time. Got a lot of great cringe clips to get through, and I'm excited about it. All right, I'm going to go eat some chicken. Because after that news story of Cincinnati, Daddy needs his chicken. Ew, sack. Nice to catch a lot. Ludwig. So happy you're here. KB, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Let me make sure I like that super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Like, boom. And I'm going to make that super chat tip. I'm going to do that super chat tip goal for me singing a song since you guys requested that. I'm going to have a couple different things. We'll have a couple of different things. Rob, thank you, my friend. Rama, I love you. I love you. You have a wonderful night, huh? Swill, thanks so much for holding.